Feel lucky as can be, skipping through the pouring rain. Feel lucky, don't know why, but will I ever find my way? Feel lucky, yes indeed, underneath the stormy sky. Only they don't bother me. I'm feeling lucky, really don't know why. And I feel lucky just to close my eyes. Feel lucky watching dark and heavy skies. I feel happy, gonna take my time. The streets are rosy. Feel lucky, but I don't know why. I feel lucky. Don't know why. Watching dark and heavy skies. I feel happy, gotta take my time. The streets are rosy. Feel lucky, but I don't know why. I feel lucky. Don't know why. Feel lucky.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the WholEarth Game one more time. Well, I just got back from Burning Man, and it was quite an experience. What I wanted to show you in that movie that I started with was what I had been doing while everybody else was going to Burning Man was I was going to a place where there was no other people. And I kind of decided after going to the big city, I really don't like the big city at all. So here we are, back on one WholEarth, another day. So what do you think? What just happened, Renee? Tell me what's going on since I left.
Well, obviously a lot is going on in politics right now. We have RFK Jr. combining forces with the Unity team, along with Tulsi.
What?
Yeah, RFK
What?
Jr.
Which Unity team? What Unity team is this?
Yeah, so RFK Jr. suspended his campaign. He had a lot of independent followers, and he went and joined forces with Trump, and they have some kind of an agreement.
Yeah, the Unity team. That's like the disunity team. These motherfuckers. I mean, can believe that? Can you believe that? I saw that too.
You saw that, right?
Yeah,
And
you know, I
so
keep an eye on stuff, even from.
yeah. So they've
going
been
to-
doing rallies together, and they've been saying that they disagree on a lot of stuff, but the one thing they agree on is Kamala can't be in office. So that's where their
We're gonna have
mindset
them.
is. And
Going for a blue tsunami. There's no question about it. You know, this is the way it has to be. We have to go to this place. We need to get a full-on blue tsunami. If you're listening and haven't voted or doing something, if you even think about going red, you're just, you know, just take a gun to your head. I'll load it for you. Seriously, we're not going back, and we're not going into that way at all. We're going to go for free lunches for all kids. We're going to make sure everybody gets something to eat tonight. We're going to make sure everybody gets a place to sleep. We're going to make sure that everybody gets clean water. We're going to make sure that we all have free energy without pollution. Fracking, this whole thing about fracking is not about fracking. It's not about oil. It's about water. Stop it. Everybody got to stop that crap right now.
Right.
Yeah. Do that. I mean, absolutely. We go into this thing. We are going blue tsunami. We're not going back to that goofball. These people are nuts. RFK is about as dumb as Trump, and they all belong together. And this Vance guy, every time he opens his mouth, is just getting worse. Do you know that his name started out as Bowman?
Yeah, that's right. He changed his name like 2 or 3 times, right?
No, he was born illegitimate, like me. You know what my last name is?
Bowman.
Bowman.
Yep. 2 Bowman.
That is too fucking weird. Here's the other thing. I hope you don't, take exception to my use of the F-bomb from time to time, but do you see who is running? I think it's all bets are off. So please block your ears if I say the wrong F word. But you know what I mean? The point I'm getting at is that we can only go one way. And now not only are we going to go back and we rearrange. Do you see what happened in this DNC thing? They were able to re-script all of the negativity through the Democratic Party. Jon Stewart picked it up in his programming as well. You know, it's not a perfect place. We have a lot of skeletons in the closet. We got some real goofballs. But what we didn't have before is a person who is a woman, who is a black woman, who came from the middle class and worked her way forward to get to where she is now, clawing and scraping, and maybe there was sex involved. Give me a break. I don't think so. There was a lot of heavy testing. Tell me, Renee, you are the child of professors. Do you know how many people get through their classes cheating?
Right. This is what I'm trying to say. So when people come up with that whole thing about, oh, she slept her way to the top. First of all, everybody's sleeping with everybody, right?
Step
but
up
not
here,
everybody
honey.
becomes
Step
the
up
VP
here.
of
Step
the United States.
I want to see your face get big. Get that face big up there.
Wait,
Yeah, tell me, what is it like to be an educated person? Do you think we fake it? Are we out there faking information?
No,
Do we like to
hard
repeat
work.
stuff that's just stupid?
No, it's hard work. So everyone's having sex with everyone all the time, but some people are putting their nose to the grindstone in addition to that. Now, Kamala Harris obviously was a prosecutor. She put in the work. She's been working
I don't think she had to sleep with anybody to get anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Willie
That doesn't
Brown,
work.
Willie Brown, he was trying to sleep with her.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
And she was trying to get over on her, and she just said, "Oh, please, Willie, just step aside. Let's go back to the border."
Yeah.
Work on trafficking. I mean, human trafficking is what we're talking about. And she was down there working on that. I mean, I don't even know. This is the beyond and how these other folks are able to just blatantly lie. So here we are. This is Politics 101 USA. This is back in the day. This is literally what Lincoln was up to with Douglas in those times too.
Right. But let me ask you a quick question before we move on. So everyone's talking about Kamala slept her way to the top and all that stuff. Why are those same people not saying anything about Donald Trump? Of the two of them, which one is more noted for promiscuity?
This is why. Okay, I don't even know why I brought that up, because that's the thing. We go into this ridiculous false equivalency, like somehow because you did it, I did it, we're both bad, so we're both bad, and therefore we no longer have to be responsible for anything. Fuck that shit. You have to be responsible. Wait, I was bad. That doesn't mean it was right. It doesn't mean
right.
But now moving forward, boom. Moving forward, we need to heal this country. This country on the trajectory of what Kamala and Tim Walz are visioning could just be the most amazing. Do you imagine then we could actually have a free and more democratic global alliance?
Right. Yeah.
The goal is we don't care how we get there, but there's going to be there's a female president in Mexico. There's a female president. There's a whole bunch of women got elected in South America.
Yep.
She's Jamaican, half Jamaican. She's Indian. Yep. What's going on in India? Now, if we are looking at the work of our friend Casagrande, Professor Casagrande, what's his name?
Yeah, Casagrande.
He is bringing us some really neat new ways of thinking about history and where we are and how, oh my gosh, my new respect for Queen Victoria.
Yeah. Okay, talk about that for a second.
Okay, so England, this little tiny state, switches over and becomes this dominant force in global manifestation, just global trade. They've got the largest empire, and they've done it slightly softer than the Spanish. Like the Spanish moved in first, and they were able to they switched their things after there's so much going on here. The intrigue, it's so complicated. History, European history, and how it's applied and how it's come back and how it's flowing. But remember, if we follow the Hermetic principles, we know that there's only a way. There's everything is in the all, and we're all trying to get to this best person we can be, this best all we can be, right? And if we look at the Tao, we're looking for the same endeavor. If we look at the Christ consciousness, we're looking for the same endeavor. We're always looking to find a better way to be our better way, right? A better way to be our better self.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Better way to be our better self.
Okay. So in the video I showed you, I had that's where I found a way to be my better self. And when I wasn't there, I was usually here at Art City, because what I did is I took that red clay from Art City. They were cutting some stone, and I took that in a bucket and I used it and I mixed it with plaster, and I made the walls in my cabin with the clay at Art City. I had gotten down to this thing about using less, wasting none, and just everything was getting, I'm really fanatic about this whole idea of leave no trace. So when I got to Burning Man, I was pretty fucking unimpressed, you know? But there was everybody was, well, not everybody. A lot of people didn't read the entire, program. I don't think it's this week, but next week, if we want to get into it, maybe next year when we get ready for the next one or after the burn, we can talk about the details. I mean, the ideal, see, this is about what we are in this country too. The ideal of the country, and tell me if I'm wrong, is to be, this open, free, democratic, everyone gets a fair chance, everyone is equal under the eyes of the law. It's more of the Hermetic all type of inclusive underbelly. You understand?
Yep, listening. Yep.
Okay. So that's the thing. The ideal of this country is to find and become the 33rd degree level of Masonic order, which is the perfect human. 33 is the number of vertebrae in every person. So you're a 33 degree Mason by being born, but when you now attain the wisdom of the knowledge of that 33 degrees, then you become, and you do it in a grove, and you go around with a sword, and you play games and do stuff in the dark. You become this Mason that becomes a complete person, but that complete person includes some level of integrity, and that's where a lot of people decide to go left or right. Some of the people go left and right. For instance, Bill Clinton is a 33 degree Mason. Is he a perfect person? Nope. George Washington, it was a 33 degree Mason. and he founded this country on Masonic principles, which are also slightly connected to the Hermetic principles. But they have this Presbyterian way of being slightly even more liberal, to allow the person to become even more. See, the funny thing about being Presbyterian is you have to be a good person to be a Presbyterian. That's all you have to be. It's just a good person to be a Presbyterian. That's what Presbyterian means. As a good person, I'm guessing. I need to take that word apart. Maybe you could do that. Renee, what is the root of Presbyterian?
I'm going to look up that word because I think that Presbyterians came out of Calvinism. Is that correct?
See, now I would say Lutheran.
Like predetermination. Is that?
Well, so Protestant. No, it comes from a Protestant. It comes from the Presbyterian is a more liberal Protestant. But it's understanding, like everybody's doing here just for the bet. I mean, we were Presbyterians, and it was always a joke. Like Alan Watts always said, like it's like a Presbyterian with a grin.
Right.
He would use that word and he'd make a joke about it. I could never really understand, but funny because we laugh at everything.
Right. And you know what? I just saw. Okay, so Presbyterian comes from the Greek word for elder. So it's an elder-run church.
Wow. Now that's interesting too, because just in the last week, we learned that there's only 3 species that actually honor elders. Do you know which they are?
What are they?
Well, human beings, supposedly. The other 2 are elephants.
Yeah, that's true. Elephants are very, very good to their elders.
The elders are getting respect in elephant tribes.
They give funerals. They even give proper funerals for their elders.
Guess who else?
Who? Primates?
Killer whale.
Oh, killer whales. Wow, I wouldn't have thought that.
Killer whales have grandparents.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know
those
that.
grandparents are the wise ones, and the male one usually knows, and he's the bull and the woman. But we hunt these things so quickly and go so quick to extinction without learning a thing about anything, that we have to go back and learn everything.
Free Willy, remember that?
Free Willy, man. You know what I'm talking about. But what else?
Okay, so let's do some time. First of all, I do have some of the pictures from Burning Man that I was able to get up here. Can you take us
let's put Burning Man in its own perspective.
Okay.
This is great. Now this is the temple, so you can put these out, because now since you got them up here, okay. We're in the middle of the fucking Gobi Desert, but we have an art piece going on, and people are wearing dresses that shouldn't be wearing dresses, and people who should be wearing clothes aren't. You're free to be a human being there. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. Okay, nothing wrong with that. And look, on this perfect day, look at that perfect day. Now, this is all going to be burned. This is from the temple. We'll go to the next picture.
Yeah, I only have a few. Not every picture came in, just a few. But let's look at what the next one is.
Oh, see. Now, look, in this case, this is part of the temple. Look, they're using a cane. I sat there and I watched, I'm like, oh, I'm always interested to see who I'm going to sit next to. Most people are just so oblivious. They just don't know what the fuck they're looking at. It's so funny. But like, I sat to this guy and I'm like, that's caning. What? It's a caning of a chair. Like, do you even know what cane? You know what a cane chair looks like, right?
Yeah,
this is a black chair. You used to go to cheap restaurants. You have a black chair with a cane seat.
Yes,
this is it.
That's it. It's like a crisscross sort of.
Crisscross. Look at that. It's really cool. It's
beautiful.
It's a hexagonal or octagonal thing. Can you go to the next picture?
Yeah, sure. Next one.
Oh, look. These are big blow-up dolls. These are big blow-ups of the Earth and the Moon, and there's Mars over there too. But it's just fascinating. Look at this thing.
So what are those
Big.
made out of? What
Those
were
are
those
big,
made
just
out of?
air balloons,
Okay.
just thin fabric, but gorgeous. And then, that's the thing. Like monumental architecture and monumental artwork can go out there and big stuff, big ideas, but these are all self-funded generally. There's very few dollars going. I don't know what the economics of this.
And somebody is like an artist who brings this there and then they bring it back home, right? This doesn't stay there.
Oh no, nothing can stay there. It has to
Nothing can
either
stay.
burn on its own terms or it has to be taken back. So most people are just like using up resources to go and do this thing, and it's fantastic. And you just gotta you love it, hate it, just like any other controversial thing.
Mhm.
Art is controversial by its nature. It has
Yeah.
to be. It's designed to shock and to awe and to become something that will open up another chakra. Okay, the bigger the better. There's no question. I mean, it's an art piece. Honestly, I'm just going after the whole like health thing. I mean, I love to go to places where I can't hear anything, but I can appreciate this, but I can also appreciate taking a quick look, getting out before the next dust storm comes, and being able to
Right.
breathe. Past next 10 years. So I'm having that kind of a reaction to it.
Right.
But
Now, what does this one mean to you though? Like artistically, what message does this send your brain when you look at this?
well, I mean, look at the little bike next to it. I mean, it's about scale.
Mhm.
And then I was trying in this picture to get what the perspective from the Earth to the Moon, but it's impossible. Now that would have been an interesting thing if these things were actually set up on the playa in relation to the actual
Right?
where they were. Like, I mean, it would be really weird to see where the moon actually is in relation to the Earth on the
Yeah, I
playa.
agree. I agree.
You see? But go to the next picture.
Okay.
See, now this was the kind of the thing. So it's trash. It's really junk. It's just more fucking trash. Now this is where my daughter is making a living, though. So I'm not putting it down. This is fine. This is high fashion. I want you to go right over to Reclaim Threads and go get your Reclaim Threads.
Right, because
But
that's
she's not the only one doing
recycled,
it.
upcycling, that's upcycling, it's for
Yeah, a lot
protecting
of
the
people are
planet.
doing it, but
Yeah.
it starts to look a little, chintzy. How can you tell the difference? I bought a horrible jacket. My wife, if she sees it, she's gonna like freak out. I think I'm hiding it from her because it's so god awful. And it's not really made well or anything, but the guy was so charming, I had to buy it from him. I had to spend more money than I
Mhm.
wanted to. Go to the next picture.
Alright. This is the last
Now
one I
here,
have.
this is a blow up nightclub. You see see
Oh,
the
it's a
bikes there?
nightclub. Wow.
It's a blow up nightclub, and these people, and again, they're Russians, and they didn't know really what they were doing
Mm.
because when it's daytime, this thing burns inside,
Wow.
and at nighttime
Interesting.
it freezes. So it's
Mhm.
getting the temperature control. So I had a big talk with them about temperature control. They were just pouring in fucking air conditioning. They had a
Mhm.
huge city fucking sorry, my horrible mouth. They had just a huge city block generator
Wow.
just blowing in cold air.
I get it, yeah.
But
But
it was
now that we
pretty cool.
talked
It was
about
chill. And you go inside. You can't get another picture? No?
no, I can't this is all the ones that I was able to get.
All
But
right.
but
Cool.
here's what we do have, but here's the thing, speaking of blow ups,
Oh, let's take a
I
look
don't
at
want us to
this.
forget this because this is important. We wanna make sure we are showing this.
We need to develop. Okay, so I think I have a contract to do one more episode with Kerry Harrison and his buddy, whatever, Mike Schmidt.
Mhm.
I think I'd like to get them to really focus on AirCube, don't you think?
Well, this is AirCube. This is what we're looking at right now. Now, AirCube is
See, that's
Okay.
my product. AirCube is my thing. So
Right.
AirCube, but these are actually, I don't know what that one is called, but that one is an AirCube, but they're calling it Life Cube, but it
Mhm.
should be an AirCube. And then
But
I
you
get,
can modify these and personalize them.
well, that's the beginning of it. My friend who is one of my good friends just stopped by, and she would be great. I need feminine energy to come in and really
Mhm.
make these things
Yeah.
become more homeful.
Mhm.
And how can we customize them to become more home? See, while that was going up, I did that boop. And
Mhm.
I was able to put that one up, and then we had this great little causeway, and he like hit that thing by mistake, so and we blew it up again.
That's
But this has
funny.
a mechanical thing, and this other one has a pump up thing. But it's beautiful. See, that's the playa.
Mhm.
So, and luckily, and we only had one small dusty day, and I just thought, this is enough. I've had enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My health is more important.
Yeah, I get that.
And I couldn't get the taste of the alkaline out of my mouth. Once you get it in, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, it
You
goes
can't
in
wear a
your
mask.
lungs,
Now
it
you can't
goes
wear
in
a mask.
everything. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing glamping is our next adventure. We want to go glamping in some beautiful places. So if you're
Right?
listening and you want to come with us, put your names in the comments, make a I don't know how we get people to sign up. They got to come over. I think we need to redo the website.
Yeah.
That's for a later show. So let's go ahead and end it right now. Let's go ahead and pop in that lucky video again, and you and I will meet next time.
Oh, the lucky video. Wait, but we want to do Richard Eastman.
Not yet. We'll do that next time.
Oh, okay, you don't want to do that. All right,
Just
let
want to
me
do a
go
little cut.
back
I want to do a
to.
cut, and we'll start again. We'll do a next show in 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, I see. Hold on. Now, hold
You're
on. I
gonna cut
gotta
all
get.
this out now. I have more work for you.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on.
Editing. Oh, I hate it. Okay.
Editing is fun. It's like the more you commit to slash and burn, the more that it's rewarding, right?
Well,
Because
if you can avoid it by doing, intentional. To now cut. Just cut the feed right there.
wait, I was
Perfect.
gonna do the cabin. I was gonna do the cabin.
Oh, okay.
You want to end with finishing the cabin, right? All right, so we're gonna end on this a second time,
Sure.
and here we go. This is gonna be the last part.
Yeah, I'll find another one.
Feel lucky as can be, skipping through the boring rain. Feel lucky, don't know why, but will I ever find my way? Feel lucky, yes indeed, underneath the stormy sky. Only they don't bother me. I'm feeling lucky, really don't know why. And I feel lucky just to close my eyes. Feel lucky watching dark and heavy skies. I feel happy, gonna take my time. The streets are rosy. Feel lucky, but I don't know why. I feel lucky, don't know why. Feel lucky just a bit. Never mind a cloudy sky. Feel lucky, wonder why. Feeling happy, yes indeed. And I feel lucky just to close my eyes. Feel lucky watching dark and heavy skies. I feel happy, gonna take my time. The streets are rosy. Feel lucky, but I don't know why. I feel lucky, don't know why. Feel lucky.
muchas personas hoy en día se dedican a esta manera.